Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
What it do, everybody? It's your boy CB, back at it again. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, @aDaywithCALIBOY. A lot of people's been reaching out, telling me, their stories, sharing their stories and so forth. Couple people's really going through it, and, y'all telling me that y'all watch because, it helps y'all get through it. I appreciate that. I shared what I shared right there in the beginning because I gotta let y'all know. Somebody took your situation and won with it. So don't ever give up the fight. Let's get into it. Before we do, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Gotta get the likes up, gotta get the views up. Got some things coming for y'all. Not gonna hold y'all up too much more longer. I'm gonna let y'all get back to your program in just a second. But first I gotta talk to y'all about life. That's right, life. Low riding isn't for everyone. It's these sunglasses, y'all. Go ahead and get you a pair. Damn, it just got dark all of a sudden in here. Oh yeah, life sunglasses. Low riding isn't for everyone. Get you a pair, link in bio. Let's go ahead and get into this. We're back on Rare Uno. I got the front clip back. And now I need to install it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's been a minute. Hopefully I remember how to put it back together. But this is the current moment of this. So I'm gonna put the camera down and let's get the front end on there. Alright, so first thing, I need to put the envelope back on the front. Pretty good. Minus the dust. Yeah, it's pretty freaking good. So about the same time frame, I'm doing a podcast with some homies from way back, man. Shout out Forbidden Fantasy, my old mini truck car club. The big homies, I learned a lot, in my time frame hooking up cars. And they're out here doing podcasts. Make sure y'all check them out, man. Here's a little clip from it.
I remember playing the Matrix in my truck. I thought it was the coolest thing. I'm like, oh my god,
I know.
This is amazing.
That was back when porn was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You used to play it at parties and stuff.
Yeah, and everybody would be like, "Oh, you're so hard."
Yeah.
That was that era.
Oh yeah, at shows.
Yeah.
You walk by, there's hardcore porn playing. You're just
like,
what is happening?
This dude could afford TVs and he's playing porn.
Little kids walking around.
Yeah.
Right.
No one cared. Now if you do it, they're gonna call the cops on you.
Right, dude.
Right.
It was so
man.
fun back then, man. Damn.
That's awesome.
So I'll include that link in the bio here on my YouTube if y'all want to check out that podcast. Pretty cool podcast. We covered a lot of topics and so forth, man. So make sure y'all check in the bio if y'all want to see that podcast. Now, about the same time frame, I'm starting to look into the motors for my Cougar. I'm not the biggest motor guy when it comes to, doing motors. I'm normally the guy who accessorizes, hooks it up, paint and so forth. So this is actually a new lane for me here, y'all. Looking into it, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's actually been quite a headache trying to get things done, trying to find somebody to do work, getting answers. It's been a little bit of a struggle. So right about now, I'm looking into motors. You know what I mean? I'm looking at a few shops. I wanted to originally supercharge it, turbo it, or something. Again, these plans was before the box came into, play. So I'm looking into, another motor, another stock motor, a 351 Windsor. That's what originally is in there. I'm just looking at a bunch of different ideals to try to figure out what I want to do with it. I'm contacting people, we're in talks, I'm sending pictures, letting them know how much horsepower and so forth I'm thinking that I want, how soon I want to get it done and so forth. Some people are very helpful. Some people are, they don't really answer questions. I don't know if my questions sounded dumb to them or whatnot. Again, I don't know motor stuff. Found one guy that was really cool. He was very helpful. I guess he's very busy because, he was telling me that he's backed up and so forth. I wanted to originally go with him, and I was like, hey, let's get it done. What do I need to do? Send a deposit? Like, how do I get started? And then the conversation just stopped. Like, the car game right now is so weird right now, y'all. It's like, what's the next phase? Can somebody help me out? It's gotten to the point now in 2024, 2023, you got to chase people to give them money. And one thing that I'm not about doing is chasing you to give you my money.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotion.
I had to slide that in there real quick, man, because, well, y'all don't know, but Faison tried to slide in Spice's DM and holler at her.
Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar.
Faison just caught a straight.
So clearly the motor in my car isn't where it's at. I just don't want to run it. It's almost gotten to a point where I don't even want to rebuild it. Like, I just want to know that it's going to be something that I can rely on and run and so forth. About the same time frame of me trying to figure out this headache of a motor for my Cougar, I'm seeing this Mustang in the Los Angeles area. I think it was actually for sale on like a site. A buddy of mine was actually sending me pictures of it before I seen it on the site. He's on 22s. It's pretty clean. Check him out. So when I first got the Cougar, I did have a little taste of wanting to do something else. Kevin Hart had just, around the same time frame, I think it was a little bit before, but he had dropped his Grand National, and that thing is sick. Like, one thing about Kevin Hart is he is a car guy. Like, he knows what he's doing when he be putting these cars together, or the person that's building them for him is putting them together for him. Either way, the man had some beautiful cars. I would love to be able to go check those out one day. Now, the last episode I was saying that, you know, I have seen Cougars on 22s and so forth. I didn't share a picture. I forgot to slide it in. Here's one of the Cougars that I know for sure that's in the Bay. He has 22s on there. Real clean. It's done up from head to toe. You know, they are out there. But again, still what I want to do, I haven't seen that twist. I do still have a little bit in me to where I want to change and put a different style wheel on there every now and then. So I'm probably going to have the spokes for everyday use. And then every now and then I might bust it out with a different look, you know, just to keep my mind going, because again, I have so many ideas in my head that I just want to see different things. So I was checking out this wheel that I seen on the internet. Pretty clean line. Definitely want to check them out and maybe do some business with them in the future. So about the same time frame, Cars and Coffee is going on. You know, I'm outside on the lamb. I'm letting the kids touch it, sit inside of it, and so forth.
What was pretending to drive like? No. These are pilots, so this is? Yeah. Oh, you see that lava wheel? I would put that lava wheel on the wheel. That would be amazing. Can I see it overnight, right?
You know, you got to let the kids enjoy. You got to let them touch it. You got to let them feel that, you know, it's achievable, man, because I'll never forget, a long time ago when I was in Charlotte, right before we was leaving to come back to Cali, we was at a Cars and Coffee, and the guy had a Ferrari there. My son was just in awe at it, and the owner was like, hey, man, you want to sit in it, man? You know, you want to touch it? And I'll never forget that. I still got the picture. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put it up here. I'll never forget it. I remember my son talked about that all the way home, you know what I mean? And low-key, you know, I was in the front seat like, damn, I kind of wanted to sit in it too, you know what I mean? But, man, you got to let the kids touch it, man. It's a beautiful feeling, man. Those kids had, you know, they enjoyed that day, and I'm sure all that week at school, they told everybody about it. They walked up to me and said, hey, can I sit in it? And I said, man, do it. Handle your business. One kid had asked me to rev it.
You rev it?
Let's not rev it. Let's not rev it, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we're not going to go that far, but I'll definitely let you, you know, sit in it and so forth.
I don't know how y'all see it, but when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children.
I live by a strict model. Again, I'm reading books. You know, I'm looking at life differently these days. And one thing that I definitely know is that if you can touch it, you can achieve it.
When you do it and the shit work for you and you succeed in that shit, it ain't no better feeling.
So right about the same time frame, SEMA's going on. SEMA 2023 in November. That's like my favorite show of all shows. I don't care. Like I'll skip any show to be at SEMA. You know what I mean? It's just the diversity, what you're gonna see, the creativity, something new. You know, people there is enjoying it. You know, taking pictures. You know, there's no hate. There's no, oh, why would you do that to this car? Like I can't stand the boundaries. Like I want to be able to hook up something for what it is, and people go and love it. And that's something that I just need. I need to have creative space to just do me. One thing about SEMA, you're walking around, nobody moves out your way for a picture. Like they just don't move.
whether you're looking at Instagram, I guess now X. It's BCMoto, BISIMOTO. I'm in charge of all my social networks. If someone leaves a message, I do.
The only other show that I can think of that I for sure need to check out, and I almost checked it out this year, 2024, just missed it, is Barrett Jackson. There was one in Arizona, so I definitely need to go check that out one of these days. That's probably my 2 highest shows. That's like Disneyland for your boy, you know what I mean? So remember the mini that I told y'all that I had and I sold it, to start doing some paint work? Well, all the body work and so forth is done. It's already in the spray booth. Check it out. So just a random day for me and Spice. I'm doing my normal thirst trap food picks, you know what I mean? And Spice just keeps getting in the picture. Like, she just wants the girls to know that she's there.
Shit, I gotta let a motherfucker know I'm here too. Shit. Y'all know how I be.
So right about now, starting to finalize the Cougar. Decided to go ahead and pull it out. Put some gas in it, dust it off a little bit. I'm pulling it out because I want to start finalizing what I want to get done to it, looking at final measurements and so forth, wheel size, how I want my stance to be and so forth.
Looky here, looky here. But back to this, though.
So, before I drop that rim money, I got to be for sure that this is the size that I want, because what I want to do is not cheap. We'll get into that probably in the next episode, but yeah, I got to make sure that what I want to do is what's going to happen, because, you know what I mean, there's a lot of bread behind this. So this is about the time that T.I. and Tiny Son is doing this.
Ain't no mystery about here.
I know you know.
Man,
I know you know. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business.
So I got Rare Chocha loaded up, man, and it's that day.
Off to the motherfucking paint shop. Have to let the bass down. Yelling out bass.
About to put that wet on there. That wet. Spice over there.
Ready? Okay. Back straight up in there or what? Huh? Back it straight in or drive it in? Just leave it straight in there. Just leave it straight.
Come right here? Okay. I'll go with you close.
We're trying to make sure I get this good.
They said it's like missing a cylinder or something right now, but it doesn't let it move around. So where that spring, whatever phone you take off, give it to me and I'll these just right here, I know what you're talking about. Let me know.
So now my old Mini is it's pretty much painted. You know, the next phase is just going to be clear coating it and, you know, color sanding it out. But it's painted with full patterns on it. So right about now, we're Oakland bound again. Enjoying life. Happy to see a Lamborghini, and I'm trying to film it. And the Lamborghini almost hit Spice. I can see it though.
Right in the window?
That's right. I backed into your car, knucker. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
So, Deep East Oakland Spice was about to come out, obviously, because of that incident. That's why the video cut. I'll let her explain all that.
Yeah, that bitch almost hit me and I was hella mad. Shit, especially if I got my kids in the car. Yeah, don't play. I got something to live for. I do not want to be in no car accident.
So a few things that a lot of y'all might not know. Again, this is kind of my way of telling y'all my life, and you know, you can judge it from there and so forth. I used to live in Sacramento, California as a kid. Long time ago, man. That's where a lot of my GT Performer love came from, man. You know, we was riding GT Performers in the streets. So as you can see, we went through, you know, a couple of old neighborhoods of where I used to stay. And that house that I just showed, it was literally, I didn't have a GT Performer at that time. A good friend of mine in that neighborhood had a white GT Performer, just like this one right here. I swear to y'all, it was just like this one, scratched up and all. That's why I love this bike right here so much. And I remember asking my parents, I was like, you know, he said he'll sell it. You know, can you buy this bike for me? Like, no matter what in the world was going on, Toys R Us and everything was out there. And I didn't want nothing else but this bike. Like, he was the guy in the neighborhood who did all the coolest tricks. You know, I mean, he did everything that we saw in magazines. It was like, this guy is the one. He wouldn't let nobody touch that bike, but he would let me touch that bike. He would let me ride it and everything. I don't know what it was. He must have saw that I would protect that bike at all costs. I don't know what it was, but one day he was like, man, I'll sell it to you, man. You can have it. Like, it was whatever to him, but that bike meant the world to me. Again, it's just like this one right here. He probably wanted $100, $150 for it back in the day, and my parents was like, no. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy because now, I don't know how many of y'all has priced these things. Let's just say it would have been cheaper to get it back then.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So I'm with fam. You know, I'm in Sac, and he was like, man, you know, I'm going to take you by a few body shops out here, man, show you, you know, what a couple of people was getting worked on out here because, you know, me, I'm always all about the cars. So I was like, man, let's do it. Let's go check out a couple shops.
There it is. Oh, look at that.
Of course, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, again, at aDaywithCALIBOY, if you're ever looking at my stories, me and Spice like to eat. We're always out eating somewhere. She took me to a spot that I guess she normally messes with out there in Sacramento. It's actually really good food.
Out here in Sac.
Took him to go eat some 5-star gourmet. Some 5-star gourmet.
Let me tell y'all a little secret about Spice, okay? Whenever she's mad, and you can always tell whenever she's mad, she doesn't say much, but you will know she's mad when she gives you the finger.
He know I'm mad because I'm about to turn some music up.
Okay, that is one of them, but there's another one.
Start driving fast?
Damn, okay, so there's another one. When you get the middle finger.
Oh, when I go like this?
Yes. Look, you mad at this?
Calm down.
Yeah.
What makes you do that?
Because let me tell you, when I get mad, I don't seek revenge. I'm not a tit for tat person. I'm just, well, fuck you then. I'm just not fucking with you in the time being because I'm something you gonna miss.
You do turn the music up, though. I just
Yeah, I do.
and you do drive faster.
Yeah.
With the middle finger.
Yep.
No, I don't like this combination.
Ba-bum. Ba-bum.
No, I'm gonna death row, but then just leave her, fool. She's probably weird, fool. She's a weirdo, fool.
It's like I'm addicted to this shit. I don't know. I can't explain it to you, bro.
You're addicted to bitches punching you in the face?
Old elementary right here I used to live. Corner house right there. That's where my hand at, right up in there. Nice to walk. Just little stairs right here. They got it closed off now. It's all grimy over here now. Back in the day, we was coming through the side fence. That's weird. This middle school right here. Oh, I'm sorry, elementary. I used to decorate my desk like a car at this school.
That's so cute.
Add mirrors, license plate. I wanted the car so bad at the school. And this high school right here at the end of the street, they used to be ruthless. Remember the football team came out cursing, fuck y'all niggas over there. So the era of me living in that house in Sacramento, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to y'all straight up. For those of you who was around the same age as me, G.I. Joe was the thing that all of us ran home to go look at back in the day. And at the time of me staying at this house, the USS aircraft carrier was the biggest thing that came out. Again, back then it was probably $100, $150.
G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe is there.
It's about 3 bands now. 3 bands plus now. So again, that's another one of those items that I wish I would have got and held on to it, man. So while we're out in Sac, going down memory lane, enjoying life, I go on TikTok and see somebody randomly, man, this dude's girlfriend burned up his car.
Look what she did to my car, man. Look what this bitch did to my car. I can't stand this bitch. Look what she did to my car. Look what this bitch did to my car. I can't stand this hoe. I can't stand this bitch. Fuck this bitch.
I need to look into the outcome of that. I hope they threw that girl under the jail. You don't do that. That's not cool. I felt that. I felt that pain in that. So by the same time, I'm ordering up my suspension for the Cougar. We're talking uppers and lowers, coilovers front and back, rear end suspension. You know what I mean? Getting rid of the leaf springs. That's one thing I'm just not going to do. I don't want to old school with leaf springs. So definitely getting rid of those. We're doing the trailing arms and so forth for the subframe. So we're getting there. So again, I pretty much live on Instagram. I'm always on there. All I keep seeing for the boys in the South and so forth, man, is them gold things. But they're not pretty little twisty things. This is grown man business.
But you know this grown man business, don't you?
I know.
You sure? Okay. We're gonna see.
So now I'm thinking to myself, boom, if I go with the gold ones, do I get the Dayton steering wheel or do I throw the Nardi steering wheel on there? So this is about the same time frame that everybody on the Shade Room was trying to determine if Beyonce was trying to change her race.
Every year my skin just seemed to get blacker and darker and blacker and then more darker. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. Lucky bastard.
While they were having that great debate, a Mustang on 22s just like Spices pops up. December 6th, I decided to pull out my previous trunk that I had done for Midlife Crisis that I didn't use. Obviously, it's a different color.
My original trunk for Midlife Crisis 57. Corey St. Clair did it. Awesome work, man.
As I'm pulling it out of the garage, I'm looking at Spice's dirty Mustang. Again, at this time frame, she couldn't really walk because of her surgery. But I'm looking at it like, dang, let me at least clean these wheels because they were starting to look a little crazy.
People always talking shit, talking about you need to clean the car. Okay, I wasn't able to clean the car because I was healing up. But now, I'm back in action, and it's time to get it popping. So you ain't ever gonna see no brown walls. You're gonna see white walls. You're gonna see that mustard and mayonnaise, and you're gonna see some candy paint pumping.
All right, y'all, let's get into the box.
I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.
So last episode, I was telling y'all that my man Michael was taking out the dash to put in the Cadillac dash and so forth. So now that's all complete. We're still working on little knick-knack stuff here and there. We're starting to work on the top. He's going to change out my rack and put a chrome rack into it. And he was like, hey, do you want to put a gangster back window or do you want to have the regular window for the back? I decided to go with the regular window because I see the gangster window being more of a lowrider thing. Obviously, this is going to be far from lowrider, so I decided not to go with the gangster back window. I wanted to do the full back window. So, me, I'm back on my Chicago videos, watching them boys stomp on the gas, man, and do the dash.
Slip and slide.
So while all this is going on, Cat Williams is doing this.
Ricky!
I'm sorry, but that interview was hilarious. So right about now, Michael's starting to, and again, I'm talking about Topless out in Virginia. He's starting to, mock up the top, to get the material so it stretches and everything is nicely formed out on the box. I'm scrolling on Facebook, and yeah, let's talk about this. I'm scrolling on Facebook. What's the name of this place? Tires and Wheels for Sale has a like page on Facebook. I'm starting to think that there's a scam page or something. I don't know. Y'all let me know because they're always advertising gold spokes, Dayton's and so forth, and they got killer deals. But when I try to grab this set of wheels, nobody wanted to help me out. Again, I don't know what it is about the world today. It's like if you're selling something and I say I'm buying, sell it to me. Talk to me, but I don't know. I was like, yo, I want them. Like, y'all are up north. I can go swing over there. I don't know if because they saw I was in California, they stopped talking to me. Again, this is why I kind of think that something might be fishy with them. I don't know if y'all have dealt with them before, but they have hella deals, and there's just nobody like, yeah, I got a set from them. So I don't know. Just beware on that one. So right about now, y'all, I think I got my colors picked out for the box. Y'all let me know which one y'all think I should go with, man. Drop a comment.
Colors, 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 colors.
So right about now, I need to start finalizing my wheels early for the box because obviously all the things that I want to have done as far as with the frame and the tubbing and so forth, they can't do until I have my wheels. So, they need to make sure that it fits properly and everything is in there correctly. So I got to start putting in the order for wheels like as soon as possible. So at this time, I'm starting to look on the ground to see what kind of wheels that I like and so forth. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Remember from the previous episodes, I was like, remember that wheel? There goes that wheel again. Now, I hear a few of y'all, I see the comments here every now and then. Everybody's like, get some 4Gs, get some 4Gs. Let me tell y'all another story about me, man, that a lot of y'all might not know. I'm from the era of car domain. Okay, that before Instagram, Facebook, and all this other stuff that's out there, we all used to run to this site to upload pictures of our car, tell a little bit about it, and people would rate us. Back then, I was always like top 1 through 3, no lie. My 96 Impala, I had the first set of 24-inch or big wheel 24s. Back then, Ford Giotto was only making 22-inch wheels for luxury cars. I had the first big set. I think I waited 7 months for these wheels to be made. Or the wheel place that I went to was either doing some shady stuff and he couldn't pay the bill. That's another whole story. But I waited 7 months to get these 4 Giottos. My 4 Giotto wheels on my Impala was so new. Again, first set, they had Da Vinci on the 4 Giotto cap because 4 Giotto and Da Vinci was together. A lot of people didn't even know that, man, but gotta let that be known, man. Like, I'm not new to this. Y'all just didn't know. So I decided to go with, and excuse me if I'm saying it incorrectly, Corley 1 26x12s for the box.
Goddamn, I'm a sinner, not Satan. Sitting on Lorenzo's and I seem really patient. Picture the equation.
You wait here, made 45K, nigga, just one day. Got some Addis in the A, bought some OVO joint. Same day, bought a Dre, same day, drop take, got crib.
Everybody get to eat, that's when I wanna come. Sipping champagne, I own it myself. You niggas.
So now the choice is, everybody in most cases goes with the machine with the chrome lip. I don't want to do what everybody else does. Thought about doing all chrome. That's clean too. Something that I normally don't do, for those of you who normally mess with me and really follow me, I don't like gold. I don't know if it's because of the upkeep, because I know that it's very touchy. You can't just wipe it with anything. But gold has never really been something that I really mess with. It was actually Spice who came into my life and was like, oh, do gold, do gold.
Yeah, so I don't think he would have did no gold on the chicken box or the cougar. That was me. So once I came into the picture, I started, you know, I like gold jewelry, I like gold this, just gold. My favorite colors is green, pink, gold. So I really think he's doing gold on the cougar because, you know, I turned him out.
Maybach music.
So now the choice is what kind of wheel finish should I want for the wheels, right? Everybody nowadays is pretty much doing the machine with the chrome lip. Right? Clean look, don't get me wrong, or maybe a little bit of polish in there. I know for sure I want to stray away from that because too many people's doing it. I like the all chrome with them. That definitely gives it an aggressive look. But lately I've been wanting to go outside of the box. I'm always open to try things that I normally don't do. So on this one, I think I'm going to go with a gold center chrome lip. I don't know if it's because of the upkeep. I know in the lowrider world I can't stand it because they only have one wheel to choose from, and everybody rolls the same gold wheel. So I really don't hate it for the lowrider world. I really don't like it for the lowrider world.
In line at the Pomona swap meet, it's Spice's first time.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm excited. I like shit like this.
Man, it was hella people at the Pomona swap meet. I wasn't expecting that many people to be out, especially as many people as we was rubbing shoulders with, chopping it up with, talking about, we've been here since 4 or 5 this morning. Kudos to y'all, but I'll see y'all about 9, 10. But with that being said, it was tight. It was a nice turnout. I seen hella cars. What I really liked about the Pomona swap meet was just seeing all the different cars.
So I'm out here, y'all. I'm looking for deals. I don't know if I'm going to start at this show or whatnot, but I'm looking for deals for, like I was telling y'all, on the revamp of A Day with Caliboy, that I want to do something, maybe build it and sell it, give it away, raffle it, whatnot. So I'm out here looking for deals, trying to see the things that I would pick out, play with, hook it up my way, and put it out there for y'all. As soon as we walk in, I see this super clean patina bug. And then before we can even get to the middle section, just a stupid clean Chevelle drop just pulls up and just floats past us. I would love to do something with that. Ooh, some semi wheels. Slammed on the ground. Dang, that would be cold. That would be something I would love to do right there. I don't know a price or nothing on it. This is another one that I would grab right here. 7,000. Needs a little bit of paint work, but I can do something with that. So we wanted a margarita and ended up getting this because they were out of margaritas. I don't know what this crap is. It tastes like crap.
If you're drinking this, shame on you. No, I'm playing. Hey, it'll do for now, though.
Right. Crazy.
What's crazy?
Look at the motherfucking wheels. No, look at that wheel.
Yeah, so that tire was hella wide. I ain't never seen no tire wide like that. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, damn, that gotta be some white boy shit right there. Nah, but kudos to y'all though. That shit tight. I feel like if that's your shit and you fucking with it, more power to you. That shit just ain't for me though.
I would do something with this. I'm crazy, y'all. Look. 6,500, and it was the year I was born. I would do something with that. I'll freak that. Y'all ain't ready. Yeah, I could do something with that.
So y'all, just so y'all know, y'all don't have to chase what everybody else chases after. Like, you know, I'm walking around Pomona Swap Meet. Everybody's obviously looking at Impalas, they're looking at Chevelles, they're looking at G-bodies, you know, the everyday typical stuff. Then everybody gets upset because they're like, oh my God, the price is so high. But I mean, of course, you know, it's a wanted car, so everybody's looking for it. I'm looking for that oddball stuff, right? I'm finding all kinds of deals.
Oh shit, that's love, homie. My man, appreciate. All day, brother. Every time there's a Mustang, she pushed me away and start recording this stuff. Every time. Never fails. Every time she see a Mustang, y'all, there she go again. She is no joke about the Mustangs. But y'all, Spice so excited, she don't even let me get to filming it. She immediately runs over to start filming herself.
Okay. Oh yeah, I like that shit. I really like Mustangs. I grew up around Mustangs. Shit, basically. See, you messed me up because that's where I was going and that's my personality. If somebody said, why you like Mustangs? I grew up around that shit and that's the shit that I like. If I grew up in China, I like Chinese shit. But I grew up in the Bay Area and that's what I like.
Spice loves Mustangs, y'all. Every time I see a Mustang getting ready to come up, I fumble to get my phone because I'm trying to get out my phone so I can record her running over to it. Like, her whole demeanor just changes. You know, like, I don't know how many of y'all watch Biker Boys. It's one of my favorite movies. But every time he said he was getting ready to race, he said he had that tunnel vision. That's Spice. Like, she just goes straight to it. She doesn't hear anything. She doesn't talk. It's like she's mesmerized. You know how, like, y'all tell kids don't go to strangers, you know what I mean? Especially if they're trying to offer you candy and so forth. That's like the pep talk that I have to give Spice sometimes.
Hey, kid, get in my Mustang. I'll give you some candy.
No, my mom says I shouldn't.
But I will say, I did say hella Mustangs, but ain't nothing like a Bay Area Mustang. I ain't even gonna lie.
Alright, so this right here would be another one that I would do. I could do something with that. Wow, that's clean. 77 K5 Blazer Project. It's got one tire in the back instead of two, like the dually. Oh, that'd be a project I'd love to grab, fix it up.
Come on. It's a big homie. I got y'all's video. You good?
He didn't go with the little whip.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. That's y'all culture. I get it. But that shit ain't for me. I don't like it. A little wheel, a little rim, a little tire, I don't like it. It just look funny. That's what y'all like. Do y'all thing. That ain't for me. I mean, like I said, kudos to y'all. Y'all like what y'all like, and I like what I like. And it ain't 13. I got them twins from my Mexican home.
So y'all drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about the cars that I did find that I probably would have played with Would y'all mess with those cars? Would you have walked past them? So forth. Drop a comment. Let me know. In the meantime, again, thank y'all for checking us out. Another episode. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. If you're on Instagram, make sure you follow me at aDaywithCALIBOY. You can follow Spice. That's spicy for you. Again, we're going every other Thursday, so don't expect me next Thursday. Come back again in another week. I thank y'all for checking me out, supporting and rocking with your boy. Another one.
I ain't doing what I'm doing. I gotta do what these niggas ain't doing. I gotta do what these niggas ain't doing. I got to do what these niggas ain't doing. That shit, do it. Feel me, bro?